What's up, Sassy? This is your girl Sassy J, and welcome back to my channel, guys. Welcome, guys. So I'm in Jamaica, right? So it's been hard to do this review. I'm not gonna lie, it's been really hard to get this review done because all the plans I had to get the videos to me so I can watch them and then review them did not work to plan. But I am going to have to give a big shout out to you guys because I appreciate you guys so much. Okay. Now, Alison, thank you so much because this baby, listen, sis gave me a little rundown of what I asked for and sent it to me on Insta. I love you for that, girl. Let me tell you. Big up yourself, okay? And for everybody who gave me little snippets of what's been going on and try to update me, I love it. Also, I just want to give a shout out to the person that commented to say daily motion. Listen, I've forgotten your name. I had it in my memory, but then I forgot it by the time I started doing this video. But that's what I end up watching the last one on. Like, was it? I'm confused with the time, guys, because technically it's Tuesday. Well, it's gone into Wednesday morning, but it's like about 12 something, just past midnight here at the moment. So I know it's probably about 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock UK time. So I'm still kind of like confused with the time. But the shout out to the person that said Daily Motion because I just watched the last episode. So I'm all caught up. So hopefully, I'll be able to keep an eye on that website and then watch and keep myself updated so that you guys can get your video. Yes, it'll be a little bit delayed, maybe not as delayed as this one is, but it will be delayed because obviously I'm gonna have to wait for it to be aired in the UK and then updated on Daily Motion. Okay, and bear in mind, you guys are 5 hours ahead, right? 5 hours ahead. Okay, all right. But anyways, guys, let's go straight into the video. So what I've decided to do, because I watched both Monday's episode and tonight's one, or last night. God, I can't get used to this. So I'm gonna do them both together, and then once we're like caught up to speed, then we continue as per usual. But anyways, guys, so they had the heart rate challenge in the Monday's episode, and I actually love that challenge because it always somehow brings some kind of drama, right? But can I just say, this whole situation with Ekin-Su, I don't know how to feel about it. Let me explain. Because Ekin-Su, being Ekin-Su, she's very competitive. And Ekin-Su said to the girls in the dressing room, particularly Elma, saying, "Oh, I'm gonna kiss all the boys." And then Elma looks at her and said, you don't have to be kissing anyone." And then she looked over at Elma, clearly could see that Elma is a bit put off, a bit annoyed by the comment. She went, "I'm not gonna kiss your man." But what did she do? She kissed Samie. And Samie is the only boy that she kissed. Now, I'm going to be diplomatic here, play the devil's advocate, and say a part of me honestly believes that Ekin-Su is just so competitive and she genuinely wasn't even thinking, right? She just decided to go with it and then probably end up kissing Samie and then soon after realized that she did it and lied initially saying that, "Oh, I didn't." And then when she realized that, "Oh, everybody must have seen it," she's like, "Oh, well, I didn't notice. So it's not that much of a big deal because I just did it off the whim." Now, a part of me wants to believe that part of the story, but the other part of me is saying, I think Ekin-Su did that purposely. The reason why is because I feel like Ekin-Su is just looking for something constantly to stand out, like to be in the limelight, to have the camera time on her. So this is the situation that I find myself in. I'm just like, did she genuinely just did it, or did she like plan this? Because obviously if you plan this, you're thinking to yourself, this is gonna piss off Elma. This might cause some drama. I don't know. I don't know what to think about this, guys. Comment down below, let me know what your thoughts are. But I think it could be either way. But I just find it weird how Sammy's just the only guy. The only one. She didn't kiss nobody. Nobody else. Nobody else. Sammy, I the only one to kiss. I don't know. But that's not feel it. I don't know, guys. Comment down below, let me know what you think. I'm just not feeling it. I feel like it's premeditated. I feel like it's premeditated and I feel like she did it on purpose. I would say probably 90% of me thinks she did it on purpose, and the other 10% thinking, "Do you know what, it could have been an accident." I'm gonna be completely real. That's how I feel, because I feel like Ekin-Su would do things like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Which is something that is just completely different from her character from the first time, because she was more of a girly girl. So if you were to do this on purpose, what does that say about you? Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like what's her name? Elma had a right to be a little bit annoyed about that, because obviously it's just like, babe, you just said you wouldn't do it and you did it. So I feel like Elma did the right thing to confront her with it, because at the end of the day, do you know what I mean? If she didn't bring it up to her, I feel like there would have been some animosity between them for a longer time, because Ekin-Su is clearly one of the people that Elma is close with, and she's always kind of like in her circle. So it's just mad behavior. I think that was just wild. I'm not gonna lie. Be honest, Ekin-Su's whole performance was wild, because my girl act like a section today have sex. I don't understand why I want this. So come on now. You know what I'm saying? Even the thing with her and Curtis. Why them not for go on so? No, what am I for one? So honestly, guys, I feel like, but you know what as well? Curtis did the same. And I feel like maybe he kind of like rump his up a little bit because of how Ekin-Su behaves. You know what I'm saying? Because they're always doing the tit for tat, which is the next thing as well. Because Ekin-Su, when Ekin-Su kissed Samie, I could tell on what's his name's face, Curtis' face, like, you know, what was the kiss? You know what I'm saying? Because remember how she made a big deal when they had the kissing challenge, right? And she said, "Oh, I did this because you were kissing girls and you were making comments, so I did the tit for tat," right? That's what she was saying. That was her excuse. Now she set boundaries, he set boundaries, and I feel like her kissing Samie was her overstepping those boundaries. And this is why I say I can't really take Ekin-Su and Curtis seriously, because even Curtis, the way that he said, "Oh, it didn't bother me," I just know it bothered him. You know what I'm saying? It bothered him, but I think he's also scared about the arguing and the confrontation between him and Ekin-Su. So he's like, "Oh no, I'm okay with it. I'm not that bothered." Because even the other boys pointed it out. Even Samie was a bit awkward, like with the whole situation. He even avoided Ekin-Su purposely, because obviously I think he's thinking, you know, because he was the only person that she kissed, he kind of wanted to minimize the whole thing with him and Elma, because with him dancing on Ekin-Su after that, then it might have just added to it. So he purposely avoided her for it. You know what I'm saying? I felt like Ekin-Su took it a little bit too far. The boundaries were crossed with that. Boundaries that she set herself. Do you know what I'm saying? And Curtis is just playing along with it because for what? What, he's scared of her or something? I don't know. I really can't buy it. The next thing that pissed me off, guys, and I'm gonna be completely real, Gabby. Listen, so Gabby is upset because she feels her performance, which I think was crap, to be honest, let's face it. She's pissed off that her performance did not raise Casey's heart rate and Grace one did. And she feel mugged off because she said that she had sex with him. Now, flip side, bear in mind, you know what I'm saying? Bear in mind her heart rate was raised by Curtis. Fair enough, because Curtis did go over the top with the situation, but how can you be upset when it's the same thing for you? Do you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing for you. And as much as Casey get on my nerves sometimes, this is completely out of its control. So I don't understand why the big issue is in that situation. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, what are you talking about, Gabby? You see, if her heart rate was raised the most by Casey, then I could be like, all right, she has a ground to stand on. But honey, you don't have a ground to stand on. Do you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And to be honest, her performance wasn't that much. I mean, it wasn't it. Even though she was saying, "Oh my God, I feel like I did that, I crushed that." Honey, you never do nothing. You never do one thing, love. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why the big hoo-ha about anything. Do you know what I'm saying? But anyways, guys, so let's talk about Harriet and Ronnie for a bit. Now, they did win the couple that their heart rate, you know, was raised the most, right? The issue is they won that, and Samie and Elma won the one that was raised the least. I don't know, but it is what it is. Now, even though Ronnie and Harriet raise each other's heart rate the most, I am gonna be honest, right? I'm gonna be honest, and I felt this way when I watched the Monday's episode. But when I watched tonight's episode, or last night's episode, I realized that my suspicions have been validated. So Harriet made a comment saying that, you know, Ronnie is closed off, but she isn't closed off. Now, I am not saying that she needs to be closed off. I think she needs to be open. I think everyone needs to be opened. Do you know what I'm saying? Unless they're willing to take it into a relationship. But in tonight's episode, or last night episode, when she mentioned that comment, because she spoke to Chugs, right? Which obviously, as we know, Chugs and Samie entered the villa as new bombshells, right? So she spoke to Chugs and told Chugs that she was open. In fact, very open, extremely open, right? Which is fine. But the problem I have is when she's having this conversation, because Casey went and spoke to Ronnie about it, and then she went over. I think she must have overheard the conversation or assumed what was going on. She went over and she kind of like joined that conversation, and she got really annoyed. So she then made a comment to Ronnie saying that you are my priority because nobody else has come into the villa as yet that I fancy. Girl, choose your words. Choose your words, Harriet. Choose your words. Because right there and then, for me, I felt sorry for Ronnie. I'm not going to lie. I felt sorry for him. Why? Because Ronnie, straight up to Samie, I'm in love. I am in love. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm closed off. Do you know what I'm saying? Straight up. And like I said, I'm not expecting Harriet to be closed off. Do you know what I'm saying? But when she said that, to me, it confirmed like she just has Ronnie as a placeholder until somebody comes into that villa for her. That's really what it is. I think she knows Ronnie has feelings for her. She's probably not going to catch it. She's probably just don't have those feelings. And probably, will she ever get those feelings again? I don't know. Maybe he badly hurt her so much that those feelings will never come back. Because I know what I'm like, right? I've been hurt by people before and you never get that kind of same love from me. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're the person that hurt me. So I think she knows there might be something there for him, you know, maybe, but I think she knows how much he loves her, right? And in this moment, she's thinking, well, push come to shove, Ronnie's there as my backup plan. I'm gonna keep with Ronnie, but the moment somebody comes in at my type, I'm bouncing, because at the end of the day, I'm not here for Ronnie. She said it so many times, I'm not here for Ronnie, I'm not here for Ronnie. So I'm saying I don't want the same experience, which is fine, I completely understand it. But tonight, that comment makes me think she does not want Ronnie. She's using him as a placeholder until somebody comes in. For me, that's what I got from that. And Ronnie picked up on it as well, and I felt hurt for him because you could see on his face. You know what I'm saying? Even though she's trying to like pull back on the conversation, and what I've noticed with Harriet, when she's been caught into, like, not say a lie, but when she's been caught into something that she said, do you know what I mean? Some truth that somebody brings to her attention, to get out of that situation, she always tried to walk away. She storms off. She always do something of the sort. So I don't even know. I feel like Ronnie, at the same time, he's trying to be calm, much calmer in the situation than he probably would have been in the past. And I think he's scared to kind of rock the boat too much because he's scared to put too much pressure on us. You know what I'm saying? But I really feel for him. I'm not gonna lie. I really feel for him. But anyways, guys, so Ron has left the villa, as you guys know. I think it was for the best because at the end of the day, Danielle do not fancy him. And we hear her telling the girls that it's just not there, you know? And I think Ron could feel that. And I think because the whole thing with Kaz and then now Danielle, because he's not used to girls turning him down. So it's like 2 girls so far. I think that really bashed his ego a bit. And that's why he decided to go. And I think, you know what, at the end of the day, good on him. If you feel like it's not in there for you, you feel like whatever is like, if you feel like you're not going to find the person that you're looking for or what you're looking for in there, then to be honest, just do what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? Because Danielle didn't fancy him, and I doubt Samie would have anyways, because Sammy's now come in and Samie just wants Luca. But anyways, before I get onto that, can I just ask, guys, because I want to know if I'm a yay them, a fool me. But when Danielle was dancing and she went onto Curtis' lap and she made it look like she was about to kiss him, I could have sworn, tell me if I'm me, I go blind. I could have swear Curtis moving for the little kiss, you know. Honestly, I'm not ask Christ. Comment down below and tell me, guys, did he? I could have sworn he went like this to kiss her. I could have sworn, but you know what? I'm gonna let you guys tell me. Comment down below and let me know. Did you think that, or am I just seeing stuff that's not there? Tell me. Come on, for no one. All right, so guys, let's talk about more about tonight or last night. I keep saying tonight or last night because I'm confused about my dears them. Don't mind me. But Samie and Chugs officially entered in tonight's episode. Just go with me tonight. That's what I'm gonna say. Or last night episode. I say last night. Chugs, I didn't actually remember who Chugs was. I remember the name when somebody told me Chugs was going in. I remember the name, but I couldn't picture his face. Do you know what I'm saying? And even when I went to look at his photo on Google, I couldn't picture him. But as soon as he went in, I was like, Chugs, I know who it is now. Samie, obviously, I know Samie because Samie was coupled up with Tom in her series. But guys, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you see when the girls got called over to meet Chugs, right? And then when they came back, I feel like when Grace saw Samie, because even the look that she gave Samie, like she knew instantly that Samie would probably be interested in Luca, right? And the first thing she did was she went over and kissed Luca. I felt like that kiss was some kind of reassurance, not just for Luca to say, oh, I'm not interested in Chugs. I think it was more kind of like to get reassurance from Luca to herself. Do you know what I'm saying? Or to kind of mark my territory. That's what I think. The way that Grace behaved, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think she was out of place. This might not be something everybody agrees with, but hear me out, because I've seen where because I've heard about this kiss and I've watched this little clip on the Love Island Insta before I was able to watch the video. And I read the comments and I see a lot of people saying, some people, well, it was divided. Some people was like, Grace has a right to behave the way that she behaved because Luca promised her he wouldn't kiss Samie. He never promised her he wasn't going to kiss Samie. That's not what happened. My brain fresh, me just watch it. Some of you know. You never said that, but stick a pin. So, and other people were saying, you know what, she didn't have the right to behave the way she behaved. Now, I'm going to say my piece on it, right? And I'm going to say what actually happened, what Grace actually said to, what's his name, to Luca in that situation where she said not to kiss Samie, right? So basically, he asked her, and this is why sometimes you have to watch these videos and watch them like proper with the subtitles and everything. So he said to her, who do you want me to kiss? Because obviously he's predicting more than likely he might have to kiss somebody in this challenge, right? So he said to her, who do you want me to kiss? And she said, no one. Do you know what I'm saying? And then she said, Catherine. And then she said, either she or him said Catherine. I think she was the one that said it. And then she said, do not kiss Samie. And he said, obviously, right? Now, that was the conversation. I, for one, think that Luca didn't really do anything wrong by kissing Samie, because if he didn't kiss Samie, he would have been capping out. And realistically, everybody would have known that he wanted to kiss Samie, including Samie, everybody there, and including Grace. So at that point, why not? You know what I'm saying? It was a long kiss. Granted, it was a long kiss. And I guess it makes things a little bit more touchy because Luca did kind of slide into Sammy's DMs, right? So, and then Samie did ignore him at the time. Well, she did try to talk to him, but then she ignored him at the time. And apparently he deleted or unsent his messages. But we hear what Luca said to Samie, like, somebody reached out to me and told me that you said you fancied me. And Samie basically confirmed it. So Luca knows that she fancies him, and she knows that Luca fancies her. And the thing is, you can tell because Luca is not good with stress. Luca cannot deal with stress. The moment he's in a situation where he feel pressured, you see it on his face, you see it in his actions. He can't deal with it. He can't conceal it. Do you know what I'm saying? And everybody was seeing it. Grace was seeing it, and that's why she was saying, like, you know what? I feel like he's dealing with pressure, but it's not from my side. It's from the fact that he likes Samie. Now, granted, the question was, who are you vibing with other than your partner? He kissed Samie. The way Grace dealt with it, I'm not going to lie, she could have gotten her point across without talking to him like he was a piece of shit. That is the truth. She spoke down to him like he was a piece of like scum on her shoes. Tell him to shut the F up. Stop talking to me. Da da da. That was disgusting behavior. I'm sorry. Because at the end of the day, you guys are not married. You guys are not in a relationship. She could have simply said to him, please I don't want to talk to you right now. And say to him, listen, you said, I asked you not to. And you said no. But he never said he wasn't going to. He said obviously. But the way he said obviously could be interpreted as, well, obviously I wouldn't kiss her. Or obviously I know you don't want me to kiss her. Do you know what I'm saying? For me, I'm going to take it as obviously I won't kiss her. Right? So I'm a side with her with that one and say he said he wouldn't kiss her. But at the end of the day, you're in the situation. It's the game. If he didn't kiss her, she probably would have complained anyways and said, I know he wanted to kiss her. Do you know what I'm saying? So he probably would have not been able to win in that situation. Plus, even then, she could have said to him, she could have waited after the game and said to him, listen, I asked you not to do this and you did this. You didn't think about how I felt in the situation. I don't really want to talk to you right now. I think what you did, was not a nice thing to do. And I think for me, like, you just made me want to close off or whatever. She could have done that. The way she spoke to him was unnecessary. The way she spoke to him was rude. The way she spoke to him as if he was a child. Do you know what I'm saying? And not only that, like, it's just, for me, no. You don't have that control over that boy, no. And the thing is, what I don't like is, you see, sometimes people can see, they have a saying in Jamaica, you see the matter in other people's eye, but you don't see it in your own eye. Because look at the situation with Harriet and Ronnie. She's advising and she's talking on behalf of Harriet, saying, well, Ronnie, Harriet is not quite there yet, so she's going to remain open. No, and she's okay when Harriet's saying, listen, nobody's closed off, right? She's not saying anything else. Grace is not closed off either. So why is she even acting like she's closed off? She's not closed off. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, yes, I understand that she's upset that Luca did kiss Samie when he said he wouldn't kiss Samie, but that's not a reason to talk to him like that. I'm sorry. I will not condone it and I will not stick up for it. I feel like she was out of place. She was rude. It was disgusting behavior on her part. Like, honestly, and I can't blame Luca for walking off, because at the end of the day, he did it. And I know everyone was saying it's a game, it's a game, it's a game. And he tried to check up on her, like, are you okay? Da, da, da. You know what I'm saying? And even when she started to say the stuff that she was saying, he said, like, stop it. I'm literally going to move, because the things that you're saying are pathetic, or you're acting pathetic, or something of the sort, he said. So he gave her a warning. And then even then, that's when she was like, shut the F up. Don't talk to the man like that. Don't talk to the man like that. They're too old. Don't do it. I'm sorry, don't do it. Mm-mm. So I'm not going to side with her with that. I'm just not going to do it, because at the end of the day, the man's a grown man. He can make his decisions. He can do what he wants to do. And yes, I understand why she was upset, but you need to learn to internalize, and certain things you don't do and you don't say. And what she did and how she behaved towards him, I think it was unacceptable. Now, you guys can comment down below and let me know what you think. You can agree and disagree. It's okay. We're adults. But that is my view on the situation. I feel like, I don't think that Luca is going to end up with Samie. I feel like the pressure is going to make him stay true to Grace. And we see where Sammy's telling him, like, listen, you have a good thing with Grace. Don't listen to the boys. Samie. Guess what Sammy's trying to do is trying to look out for him and try to make it easier for him. But Sammy's not one to give no advice. Man, nah lie. Wouldn't take no advice from Samie. But what Sammy's saying does make sense. But I still wouldn't take no advice from Samie, if I was to be honest. But I don't know. Also, I will say as well, like, Grace, I think she's so smart, because Grace was putting pressure on Luca without trying to make it look like she was putting pressure on Luca. Because Grace was saying, oh, I know you're like me, right? And I know that I can trust you. It's not like other people where I feel like would just turn like that. I know that I can trust you. You know what I'm saying? I think the reason why she said that is to apply pressure. Because if he hears that she trusts him, he's more likely to try and behave and not do anything out of character, or try to get to know Samie in that way. And I think that's what she was trying to achieve with that. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of a head game, to manipulate a little bit. I think that's what Grace was doing in that situation. But like I said, she was bang out of order. The way she spoke to him, disrespectful. No, she should have never done that. And out of order. So Samie chose as least compatible couples, because she said she's been watching, right? She chose Ronnie and she chose Harriet. Now, she said the reason why she chose them is because they've tried already and it didn't work. I don't think that's a good enough reason, to be honest. However, I'm not going to say that they are the least compatible, but I'm starting to wonder if they're compatible. And that's because, as I said before, I'm starting to believe that Harriet sees him as a placeholder. That's what I'm starting to believe. So because of that, that comment that she made tonight, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know if I know what Ronnie feels is quite genuine. But now I'm having serious doubts with Harriet, because before I would say that, you know, because she's been hurt, she's trying to take her time, she's gonna be careful, you know, she don't want to rush in and it happens again. But this comment that she made, and obviously, you know, before when she had said that she wasn't in love with him, and then like on Monday's show she said, oh, you know, he's closed off but I'm not closed off. And then for her to say tonight to his face, saying, oh, you know, I'm all for you right now because nobody else has come in that I fancy. You know what I mean? No one else has come in yet. And I'm just like, that just makes it look like as soon as somebody comes in, you're just going to push them to the side. So in a sense, they do come across as least compatible, if I was to be completely honest. And by the way, guys, hold on there. Stick up in, stick up in, stick up in. Casey really got the anaconda, you know? Casey is very blessed. I will say this to you. Even the girls was thinking he was wearing the socks. And it wasn't the first time I clocked it. Yeah? But tonight, I'm going to get the eye full. I'm going to get the eye full. And Omar, I see you, Omar. I see you. Okay, Omar. Definitely. I had to look close where Omar was stalking. You know what I mean? But I look close. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, full package. But anyways, guys, I think I've done my little roundup. This video is a bit longer because obviously it's 2 reviews in one. But hopefully I will be able to like review the other one with much ease, because I should be able to watch it now on this Daily Motion. So fingers crossed and everything. But like I said, it will be late because we are 5 hours behind the UK. And I'd have to wait for it to come out first and then be uploaded onto Daily Motion. So it will be late, but at least there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you guys for so much, because I'm telling you, I'm saying, I was trying to find ways to give you guys something, and I'm just like, I can't do a review on bits and bobs of videos that I'm seeing because I'm not seeing the full story. So I didn't want to do that, you know what I'm saying? So thank you guys. And also thank you guys for watching and always supporting. I appreciate you guys. To all my new subbies, I appreciate you guys. Welcome. And guys, if you got into this part of the video and you haven't yet thumbs up the video, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, welcome, subscribe. Thank you guys. I'll see y'all in my next video, but for now, keep it sassy licious.